My name is Jason Casey. I'm a professional illustrator. I've been drawing since I was 7 years old. My biggest inspirations as a kid that led me to start drawing were Spider-Man and pro wrestling. And I've been able to meet a lot of amazing celebrities and other artists at these shows. I've been doing conventions, comic book conventions mostly, for 7 years now. And I'm working on a portrait for Chris Jericho. I got this thing now where I love meeting the people that affected me in my life, like whether they're artists or celebrities or athletes. I like to draw them and give them presents of themselves as, you know, in illustrative form, as a thank you for affecting my life, you know, and moving me into where I'm at. Because without all this, you know, I wouldn't have what I have today. I've been influenced by all things pop culture, and it's shaped my life, and it's made me who I am. You know, it's a big part of it. So, you know, it's the least I can do. I can give back, give them a gift, and say thank you for everything you've done.
What's been your experience with business when it comes to your art?
Well, I know a lot of parents. I used to work early education for 10 years before I started making a decent living with my work. And when the parents at these places I worked at would talk to me about, you know, what else do I do besides education, I'd say I'm an artist, and they would always go, oh geez, because making it as an artist is probably the most difficult thing to do in this world, career-wise. But thankfully, we live in a time now, and I tell this to a lot of the younger artists starting out that are in their late teens or college age, like, we live in a time where, thanks to social media, you can get your work out there on a global scale for free, like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of these things are there, and the world can see your work, whereas opposed to when I started drawing when I was a kid in like the 80s and 90s, we didn't have the internet, we didn't have that avenue. It was like, you know, you had your friends at school and maybe your family members, and they were the kind of like push that on, you know, look at my, you know, son's work, or look at my friend's work, and, you know, maybe with Spiderweb a little bit, but now, thanks to the internet, you're talking about, you put up the right hashtag, your work is just shown all over now. The key thing in business with your art is knowing how to sell yourself, knowing how to communicate, which is very tough because art is a private thing, and that's where it stems from. It comes from isolation. You want to ignore the world, so you started looking at a piece of paper and putting in hours of your work, and over the years you get better and better, but then you get to that point where people are like, hey, you could sell that. You know, like, you need to get your name out there. So now you got to take this most private, intimate thing that was only yours and pull away from it and say, all right, here it is, world. Don't be too harsh, and that can be really tough. That transition from taking something that was your most private, intimate thing to saying, I'm going to show it to everybody and hope it catches on, and maybe I can do something with it. So it's a slow process, but it gets easier and easier. You know, just gotta, don't be afraid to put yourself out there.